Bharti Gandhi ma'am, Mrs. Sushmita Basu ma'am, Head Innovations Department, our Principal, Mrs. Abha Anant ma'am, Headmistress, Mrs. Sabah Hussain ma'am, Coordinator, Mrs. Vaishali Bhardwaj ma'am, teachers, parents and my dear friends. With immense pleasure on behalf of my school, I extend my warm welcome to you all and request all for your kind cooperation throughout this program and making it a great success. Thank you.
Day time.
Pleasure on behalf of my school. I extend my warm welcome to you all and request all for your kind cooperation throughout this program.
ऑडियो कनेक्ट नहीं था.
I will bring this oh my God, that Thou hast created me to know Thee and worship Thee. I testify at this moment to my boundlessness and to Thy mind, to my poverty and to Thy will. There is none other God but Thee, our help in peril, the self-sustaining.
Yes, Falak.
Profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our founder director, Dr. Bharti Gandhi ma'am, who has dedicated her life to the service of children and women's welfare. Her innovative ideas and fresh thinking on education has influenced not only CMS but many schools worldwide. Her wisdom, knowledge, and zeal for life inspires and directs all of us at every sphere of life. I would like to welcome Ma'am Sushmita Basu, Head Quality Assurance and Innovations Department. Under her able guidance, the functioning of our school is streamlined smoothly and effectively. We, the students of Class 5, welcome you, ma'am, to our World's Parliament. Good evening, everyone present here. The coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic is the defining global health crisis of our time and the greatest challenge humans have faced since World War II. Since its emergence in Asia late last year, the virus has spread to every continent except Antarctica. It will require all of society to limit the spread of COVID-19 and to cushion the potentially devastating impact it may have on vulnerable people and economics. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, let difficulties know that you are difficult. Crisis does not only bring the forces of regression to the fore, it can also create greater solidarity. We believe when people unite, miracles can happen. The world needs solidarity.
This different time has given us a chance to do something extraordinary. As we head out of this pandemic, we can change the world. We are going to create a world of love, a world where we are kind to everyone, no matter what class, caste, or religion the other person belongs to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we have assembled here to discuss what kind of world we wish for after this pandemic is over. Delegate of China, since your country was the first to face this pandemic, please throw some light on how are you handling.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The whole one Shanghai. Good evening. The whole world was caught unguarded when a virus from bat species entered the humans. We started seeing our patients with chronic flu symptoms as early as December 2019. Our doctors and scientists knew from the very start that this was not a normal virus and it had to be dealt with iron fist. We had to stop the spread so as to find time to concentrate on its cure. Well, we can't ask the virus, so the only way was to stop the host, which is why we decided to shut down completely. Essential services were provided door to door. By essential services, we meant food and medicine. Having a large young working population, we have the habit of having our meals at restaurants and eateries, which we changed and moved towards healthy home-cooked food. We are a country where sanitation and hygiene is world-class, and we continue to follow it religiously. Offices, malls, parks, cinema, theatre, travel, and schools were completely shut down. Wuhan was completely cut off from all visitors in and out as well. Meanwhile, we kept trying various combinations of antiviral medicines to cure the infected. We are closely working with the scientific community of the world to discover and produce the vaccine to help cure the nation and the world faster. The crisis was unprecedented and the solution will not come easy either. We are working tirelessly so that we don't lose lives and learn from every single case of infection we treat. As a citizen of China, I hope the government keeps looking after the most vulnerable sections of the society and keep providing its citizens basic livelihood essential, hoping for a brighter and healthier tomorrow. Thank you.
What a sound advice, member delegate from China. Let us eat well, live well, and be well. Thank you. Delegate from Spain, how do you think your country can recover from the pandemic?
Noted. Hello everyone and good evening. In 2015, a narrative truth in one of our speeches had said, microbes more than a missile will endanger the future of mankind. As COVID-19 spread in Spain, a state of emergency was declared and a nationwide lockdown was in place to take the spread of disease. Barcelona and Bali were the worst affected. Schools, malls and shopping malls were shut down across the country. And the lockdown has taught the Spaniards to celebrate and count our blessings. It has brought the family together. The bond between the members of the family has strengthened. We have realized the importance of personal hygiene in ensuring and benefits of healthy and good food. The vulnerable sections of society, like the elderly, the children, the people suffering from illness, need care and special attention should be paid to their immediate needs. That includes their immunity. The Spanish government has been criticized for being slow to react and poor coordination between the government bodies. Such high degrees are the testimony of the laxity shown by government. We have overcome the worst. In this pandemic, the new normal as it is being has changed the life dramatically. In Spain, we would like the government to invest in healthcare so that it can handle emergencies. People should have better accessibility unequal access to digital technologies. The government should invest in youth empowerment programs and formulate policies for protection of the environment. Ratia, thank you.
Very true, member delegate from Spain. Investment in healthcare certainly needs to be prioritized. Thank you. Member delegate from United States of America, you are recognized to share your view.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The world is facing a pandemic, and the USA is no exception. There are around 2 million coronavirus cases in USA and more than 100,000 deaths as of now. Various safety measures have been taken by the American government to contain coronavirus cases and deaths in the country. The USA has widely promoted
हेडफोन का
personal hygiene, not touching face,
मैं क्यों टच किया फिर से पिंडर
etc. Say, elderly are facing a life-threatening risk. Therefore, the U.S. government is providing assistance for essential services like medicines, grocery, etc. to help them cope. Due to joblessness, the underprivileged face the threat of survival. But the government is providing these people financial and other assistance. Drop in number of new COVID-19 cases in the United States have resulted in relaxation of lockdown. But safety measures like sanitization, etc. are still being followed. Restaurants, gyms, saloons, parks, etc. are opening with caution to maintain social distancing. The cases of coronavirus are expected to get even lesser in the following days due to safety measures taken by people. The government is committed to discovering a vaccine for this virus soon. Once the vaccine is found for this disease, I would like the U.S. government to make sure that there are no cases of virus in the country. I want schools to remain closed for some more time. I also wish that sanitization and social distancing will continue in coming days. I wish the government promotes research in field of science so that we are better prepared to fight.
तुम आईटी असिस्टेंट हो अभी हम बता रहे हैं मुझे
Allocation of funds for education, healthcare, and technology should gain priority over defense and arms. Thank you.
We appreciate your point, member delegate from United States of America. A very progressive approach. Thank you. Delegate of United Kingdom, now this is your turn to share your thoughts.
Good evening, everyone present here. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic spread to the United Kingdom in late January 2020. More than 90% of those dying had underlying illnesses or were over 60 years old. The Department of Health and Social Care launched a public health information campaign to help slow the virus spread. UK government imposed a complete lockdown, and this social distancing helped flatten the curve of the epidemic a little. On the advice of WHO, my country is practicing social distancing and hygiene. Social gathering is prohibited for the time being. Wearing masks and gloves is mandatory. Since the virus affects elderly and small children more, we are extra careful about them. We as a nation have to strengthen our healthcare system and invest more in education and research. We hope that the government of our country teaches all measures to ensure social and health security of the elderly. It's going to take long to overcome the negative effects of this pandemic, but we hope that we will come out more united, resolute, and happier. As our beloved Queen stated, United Kingdom will succeed in fight. So we will. God be the crew. Thank you. Very encouraging words from your ceremonial head. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate from India. Your country is one of the most populated country in the world. Please enlighten us on how the situation is being handled and what more do you think needs to be done?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Namaste and good evening, everyone. Well, the number of COVID-19 cases were very few. The citizens of India started taking precautions to prevent the spread of the pandemic. Complete lockdown was announced, and the authorities also started issuing guidelines which the people genuinely followed. People maintained physical distancing, followed hand hygiene, avoided going out of their homes, and also spread awareness about the preventive measures. The government also launched an app called Arogya Setu, which notifies the people if they have come in contact with a COVID-19 infected person. However, there has also been a negative impact. Please. Sorry, ma'am. However, there has also been a negative impact of this lockdown. Many laborers and daily wage earners got unemployed, so they decided to move to their villages from metropolitan cities. This resulted in high scale of migration. As the lockdown has been eased in India, people have started going to their offices or workplaces. The government has warned the people that lockdown restrictions have been eased, but coronavirus will not be lenient and can affect any person irrespective of gender, religion, caste, or profession. Ultimately, it is up to the masses to follow. It is up to the masses to follow the guidelines and rules set by the government and be safe. Although the number of COVID-19 cases are increasing in India, the recovery rate is also high, which is a big achievement for medical sector. It is time for the government to lay out a comprehensive roadmap to build a powerful wellness program and make it accessible and affordable for the underprivileged. Hygiene and cleanliness needs to enforce in the society to contain the spread of any disease. If we want to emerge as a strong nation, we need to make the right choice. What the government needs to do is to build up the public health system on an ongoing steady basis. Because if the current pandemic is proof of anything, then there is no substitute for professional medical helps. Economic help to the weaker sections of the society and impetus to research work in the field of medicine and technology is the requirement of the day. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Great, member delegate from India. Your government warned the people with the right statement. Coronavirus won't be casual, even if the lockdown is lenient. Thank you. Delegate of Italy, please throw some light on the situation in your country. What responsibility should the common citizens understand?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Ciao e buona serata a tutti. Hello and good evening, everyone. The outbreak of COVID-19 has created a global health crisis that has made a deep impact on the way we perceive our world and our everyday lives. As the world continues its battle against the spread of coronavirus, My country Italy's response can provide some useful lessons. Italy's first COVID-19 death was recorded on 22nd February. In a matter of weeks, Italy went from the discovery to which forced the government to prohibit all movements of people and closure of all non-essential business activities. Violators face jail time of up to 3 months and heavy fines. The situation was so grave at one point that patients with better odds of survival were only given the treatment by medical staffs. Italy has very rapidly developed infrastructures like development of ad hoc COVID hospitals throughout the country and emergency transportation systems that saved thousands of lives. The curve started declining and the number of deaths started to drop. After this pandemic is over, we all ought to take corrective measures for the betterment and improvisation. As a citizen of Italy, I reckon my government should focus and spend more on basic infrastructures of medical facilities to combat emergency situations. Hospitals must have more number of ICU beds. Workplace safety, health measures, and emergency preparedness should be ensured. Besides the government, it is also the moral responsibility of every citizen to contribute towards the society. John F. Kennedy had said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Italy has the most elderly population in Europe and the second most elderly population in the world after Japan. Hence, we must shower extra love and care towards them. We all should extend our hands in helping the underprivileged people of the society. We should keep our home, society, and thereby country clean. As it is said, cleanliness is next to godliness. We should avoid social gatherings and try to celebrate important occasions only at home with family members. We all must abide by the rules and laws enforced by our government. Grazie. Thank you.
Very well said, member delegate from Italy. We need to help those who are not able to help themselves. Thank you. Delegate of Iran, please tell us about the current situation in your country and how do you imagine the post-COVID world to be?
We are so sorry. I think delegate of Iran had poor network connection and got disconnected, but we will surely hear his point of views when he gets connected. So, delegate of France, being a developed nation, how are you handling the situation?
Thank you, Speaker Madam. Bonjour. I, the member delegate from France, one of the most developed nations of the European Union, which unfortunately succumbed to this deadly virus. With the world-class infrastructure and capable doctors, we are in fact caught underguarded. However, this is a global pandemic. We must not complain and look forward to fighting it vehemently. To save our citizens, we literally shut down our country. Other than essential services and medical facilities, everything was put at halt. The people were asked to stay indoors and stop all kinds of socializing. Workforce who had the capacity to work from home were asked to work from there, and the rest were asked to take a break. We are still opening partially only. People are being advised to stay away from crowds as much as possible. Regular sanitization is going on too. Along with other doctors and scientists of the world, the French are contributing towards the development of the vaccine. In this hour of grave depression, we are together with the world holding on to hope. We urge our government to prioritize education, healthcare, research, and technology in budget allocation and promote them so that we are better prepared to fight such pandemics. We are in this together and we will face this with all our might. Merci beaucoup.
Very admirable, member delegate from France. Hope is, in fact, the need of the hour. Thank you.
Member Delegate Germany. Germany has been one of the most successful countries of the world in the fight against corona. How do you see the post-COVID world and what do you think should change in our approach towards the environment?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening to each and everyone. These are unprecedented times. The pandemic COVID-19 has posed the biggest threat to the survival of human beings. This has led to sufferings and deaths to many human beings of almost all the nations of this earth, irrespective of their caste, creed, and color. Now, if we talk about Germany, immediate steps like social distancing, wearing of masks, hygiene and sanitation were ensured, besides providing financial help to the needy. The excellent healthcare infrastructure of the country made Germany a success story as it has the lowest mortality rate of 4.7% as compared to more than 14% of Italy and UK. Actually, every country tried its best to deal with the pandemic. Their success stories may be different, but one thing is very clear that now onwards we have to change ourselves. Our policies should be reframed so that we may not invite any such pandemic in future. I wish to see post-COVID-19 world consider and follow following important points. There should be coexistence of humans with nature. Our Mother Earth was so happy during the lockdown period. We should not do anything in future which is harmful to the nature. The purpose of life should be redefined. Developmental and technical advancement cannot be at the cost of humanity and nature. Humanity should rule the world and not the technology. Education should be human-centric and not machine-centric. It must contain teachings inculcating importance of nature, animals and humans. There should be more love, care and communication within the families, communities and nations. We all have to live together happily. Life is not to win a race, but to enjoy with the loved ones. Thank you.
Brilliant, member delegate from Germany. We agree that humanity should rule the world, not technology. Thank you. Yes, delegate of Russia. What do you think about the fear this pandemic is generating, and how is your country dealing with this situation?
Dobry Vecher. Good evening. I am from Russia. Beneath the sheen of anxiety, fear, and concern post-lockdown, we are inundated by some subjects which were not so important before COVID period. Living COVID safe. The demand for personal hygiene is expected to rise further in the coming days due to the growing awareness in the wake of the pandemic. We cannot avoid aging, so we must take care of our grandparents and provide them special care. The flip side of the lockdown has been the suffering and the underprivileged, like teenagers and migrant workers. To cushion the impact on them, if every family in the affordable income group would adopt a helping hand or helping attitude, it will help the deprived people to cope up with the distressed conditions in the pandemic. COVID put a comma over restaurants and there's no option to eat out. The trend of eating home cooked food is clearly growing. Quarantine and self-isolation imposed on people has got them shifting to home-cooked healthier food. Now coming to my country, Russia. Russia is doing maximum number of tests as compared to its peers. It swiftly converted hospitals and clinics to COVID centers and raised the capacity of number of beds for COVID patients. So, to wind up, I want my nation to spruce up its ailing healthcare system, proficient in dealing any pandemic, as it has many fallacies of lack of government funds, old medical equipments, and poorly paid staff. Russia should collaborate more with the international community for its fight against the pandemic. I want to see my citizens to wander freely without any restrictions as it was before this deadly virus outbreak. And I'm pretty confident my country will definitely defeat the deadly menace of COVID-19. Thank you for your patient hearing.
You are right, member delegate from Russia. Cooperation in the international community is a must to deal with this crisis. Thank you, representative of CMS. As you are representing a school and not a country, how can a small institute like yours make a difference in a time of crisis?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening and Jai Jagat. A warm welcome from City Montessori School to all the delegates of World Parliament June 2020. As we all know, COVID-19 is a new disease which spreads rapidly with contact and through droplets from an infected person. Our country, like any other nation, is reeling under its effect. In continuation of COVID relief efforts, the CMS management donated rupees 1 crore to the UP Chief Minister for Corona relief work on April 7, 2020. CMS believes that for cognitive and emotional well-being, children need routine, structure, and regularity, and they also need social connection with peers. Under that belief, CMS had adopted e-learning to its students from March itself, and it successfully completed 2 months of virtual classroom programs, including first unit tests, various extracurricular activities, and online summer camps. After this pandemic is over, students will adopt guidelines like number 1, protecting self and others by maintaining hygiene and sanitation. Number 2, sharing is caring, but now we will care by not sharing the tiffin boxes, water bottles, and eatables with others. Number 3, bringing homemade food having more nutritional values which improves immunity. Number 4, being kind enough and help the underprivileged whenever we can. The school will encourage number 1, positive hygiene and behaviors and monitor their uptake. Number 2, stagger the beginning and end of the school day. Number 3, emphasize on targeted health education. Number 4, increase airflow and ventilation to the classrooms. Thank you and have a nice day.
CMS is an exemplary example of how a school can make a difference in a period of crisis. Thank you. Thank you, member nations, for sharing your views on what kind of world do you wish for after this pandemic is over. We must rebuild trust and cooperation within and among nations and between people and their governments. Let's end the session with a pledge on the behalf of the citizens of the world. As the citizens of the world, we pledge to stay home and follow the government guidelines, to follow social distancing in public, to properly wash hands frequently, to cover face while coughing and sneezing, to wear a mask in public, to call the helpline if anybody is sick in our house, to take the special care of the elders of our house, to help those who are in need of food and medicines around our house, to take caution while traveling and follow the government advisory, to always eat cooked and hygienic food. Nations of the world are coming together to fight this pandemic. So let us cooperate and withstand this crisis.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. This place can be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you try, the one there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the limit. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the limit. Make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. And if we try, we shall see. In this place we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. And then it feels in our ways. Love, roots grow with. So make a better world. Make a better world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire.
Wow, how beautifully the song conveyed the message of love and unity. Thank you, ma'am. And on this note, delegates from different nations pledged to take care of the world for the betterment of the future beings. And I wish to conclude the special session of World Parliament till 5th September 2020. And now I would like to request our founder manager, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi sir, to come and bless us with his golden words.
Anushka, invite Ma'am Gandhi. Sir is not here. Anushka.
Now, I would like to invite our most loving, adorable, and lively founder director, Mrs. Bharti Gandhi ma'am, on stage to address us.
Didi, we'd like to request you to please address the gathering. Prashant, can you please unmute Didi? Thank you. We are so grateful that our respected founder director has taken out time and she's here with us to be a part of this beautiful session that we had just now.
Oh yes, now I
Yes.
can talk. Thank you very much, Madam Abanand ji and your headmistress Sabha Hussain ji and your wonderful teachers, and last but not the least, Honorable, Jyoti Didi is also there. Honorable Jyoti Didi, the senior
Thank you, Didi.
Yeah, wonderful. And my dear students, you have done excellent. I am flabbergasted to see that you can speak so well on the current topic, which is very difficult even for the we adults to understand. And you are talking on behalf of each country, and you are talking that what they are doing to fight this Corona-19 in their countries, what measures they have been taking. and you also think that they have gone quite a long way to fight against this, this disease, fatal disease. But still in India, we are fighting so much that we do not know what to do, where to go. Again, we are going to have another lockdown. They have done it in Tamil Nadu, and we can have we have to rethink everywhere in India what we have to again, because corona is going very fast. Every day we are getting more than 10,000 new patients. Now, my dear students, you have given some ideas about the period when this corona has been, gone out, and it is no more in those countries like New Zealand, and like in some mostly it is going to be COVID free in Australia. So, what are the prospects? What is the future? What is the post COVID period in those countries? And it is something very wonderful to think of, and to think of future society. To my understanding, the future society will be more, more united. They will be having less differences between rich and poor. They will be having more unity in the field of caste, color, creed, man and woman, and every human being, they recognize that the God has made every human being in his own image. So we have to respect each and every human being. As you have seen in UP, they have brought about 50 lakh people from many other parts of India, and they prefer to come to their own villages. From there they have gone out to seek jobs, but now they have come back. And do you know how much they have given this weight? How much the economy is under pressure in UP, because in Manrega they have to spend now many more crores, maybe 55 crores a month. They have to spend. So where is the money? And there is lots of deficit, because there has been no registry fees, so they lost money on behalf of that. There have been no GST collection, or very less collection. So the khajana, the treasury of the government is empty, yet they have to spend so much. So what is going to be the future of this country as far as administration and government are concerned? But at the same time, we have learned very wonderful habits, like nobody is now allowed to spit on the road. Nobody is allowed. Even today, you saw in that newspaper that the mayor of the city, who is a lady, Mrs. Bhatia, Sayukta Bhatia, she said that no one can chew pan in the office. My God, we have been dying to see this day, and this day has come. So you students, you are in very proper hands. You love God, and those who love God, God loves them the most. You done your function, your this item with lots of music, lots of happy faces. All children have the flags of the countries. I was amazed. I saw how on earth it is possible to get a flag of the country you are speaking for. My God, no wonder your principal can do amazing things. She can give most, what you say, surprises. So this is the surprise. I thank all of your staff members, all your parents who have been helping you, and all the listeners who have been listening us. How many of you are there? 40 or something like that. Thank you very much for organizing such a wonderful, and your spoken English was fantastic. The way you were speaking, Oh my God! Who has taught you such wonderful, accent of English? It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. May God bless you. You are going to achieve the greatest of the greatest on this earth. God bless. Bye.
Thank you, Didi. I must add over here that the script was written by the children themselves. They had written it. We just edited it here and there. They all of them wrote it themselves.
You are great. Greatest of the great is Saba, and super great is Ava.
Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Didi.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm sorry I was late.
No, ma'am.
We missed you. We missed you in the beginning.
Yeah.
I know.
Children had said a few beautiful words for you.
I know.
I hope but we know you understand their love.
Yeah, I'm very unlucky.
No.
Didi, tomorrow you'll get an even bigger surprise.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's
Again,
like
4 p.m.
You will more thrilled. Class
4
1,
p.m.?
yes, 4 p.m. every day. 4 p.m. every day. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
I love you, my lovely children. I love you, lovely children. You are from China, Russia, and Italy, and Germany, and I don't know, France, Spain.
They're all wanting to say thank you to you.
USA, UK, China, Russia. My God. You are international children. Oh my God. It was my dream to go to even one country. But God was kind. He sent me to 37 countries. My dear children. And you will go to 100 countries. Okay?
Yes.
You want to go to 100 countries?
Of course, I'm sure they want to. And they will.
Say yes. If you are hearing me, do like this. Are you hearing me? Do like this. Children, you want to go to countries? Yes. All of you.
Show your consent with your hands up. Yeah, wave out.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Yes.
Who doesn't want to go to any other country?
Who's supposed to speak?
All. So clap. All of you clap. Clap hard. I am sure Machao person.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that absolutely, Didi. Technology doesn't allow it. Otherwise, imagine happening the same thing happening in the auditorium. We would have been so thrilled and we would have been able to express ourselves there. But this is one drawback that we have. We cannot unmute everybody. Otherwise, everybody is wanting to say a very big thank you to you for all that you said here, for all your very kind words, for the love that you shower on each one of us. Thank you, Didi, and for all your blessings. Thank you.
लड़कियां भी भाग ले रही हैं. लड़कियां कोई कम नहीं है, लड़के कोई ज्यादा नहीं है. समझे आप? कई बार सोचते हैं लड़के हैं, ये लड़की ये क्या करेगी? अरे लड़कियां ये कर रही हैं, देखो.
No.
Ma'am, we need to invite Sushmita ma'am also. Basu ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. Now, I would like to request Mrs. Sushmita Basu ma'am to kindly share her words of wisdom.
Well, I think ma'am has left.
Ma'am has left.
That's all right. Yeah. She had to leave. She had told me she'd be able
to make it. Invite ma'am.
Now ma'am's turn.
I would like to invite our esteemed principal, Mrs. Abha Anant ma'am, to bless us.
Thank you so much, Falak. And thank you all our wonderful children for this beautiful presentation that you put up today. I have no words of appreciation for all that you have done. And actually, I'm thrilled all the more because you people have researched so much. You have studied as to how exactly each country fought with COVID-19 is fighting with COVID-19. You researched and thereafter you also added to it the kind of world that you would like to see. I'm absolutely thrilled with this endeavor of yours. I'd like to congratulate the headmistress, Mrs. Sabah Hussain, all the teachers, the in charge, the class coordinator. I would like to congratulate all our students for putting up this beautiful presentation, working so hard towards it, and doing such a meaningful task. This is the time when we really need to analyze. I'm extremely grateful that in this very special of endeavor, this endeavor of yours, we have the blessings of our founder director, Dr. Bharti Gandhi. She spared her time in spite of the fact that I knew she was extremely busy even before this, and she had to rush and she had to be here for this presentation. She was in a meeting, but still she made it. I'm extremely grateful to Ma'am Basu, who took out her time, the head quality assurance and innovations department. She took out a time, she was there in a meeting in the afternoon, but again, she made it here. I'm so grateful to her. And of course, I'm extremely grateful to our respected senior principal, Ma'am Batra. She was here for a little while. She's not there right now, but then she was here in between. I'm so grateful that she took out time. And again, she came to bless each one of you. My gratitude to Jyoti Kashyap ma'am, the principal, Aliganj campus. Thank you, ma'am, for making it. Thank you. Your presence always adds so much of grace to the occasion. Thank you so much. My extreme gratitude to, thank you, ma'am. My extreme gratitude to Mrs. Aruna Naidu, the principal of RDSO campus. She's been there with us. Thank you, ma'am, for making it to this World Parliament presented by the children. Drapti Dwivedi, the principal of Ashrafabad. Dipali Gautam, principal Rajendra Nagar. Jyotsna Atul, principal Rajendra Nagar campus 3. I'm so grateful that all of you are here with us. These children here today, they told us about how exactly things are in the various parts of the world. They took us through an entire journey of the entire globe. They showed us how exactly the various countries have combated this disease. Well, children, when we look at you people, there is that hope that lights in our hearts. You are the future. You are the people who are going to make this earth beautiful. There is so much of hope in everything that you say. And every word that you said was so positive. I really liked the way you mentioned that Mother Earth was so very happy during this lockdown, the lockdown that we experienced. Yes, no doubt about it. There are so many grim things that happened. There are so many sad things that happened during this time. But then there was so much of positivity to look at. We got so much of time to spend with our family. And I'm sure you people must have learned so much staying with your parents for longer hours, being with them, helping them. I'm sure you must have spent more time with your grandparents, which normally you would never be able to. Just remember, children, whenever there is any crisis in the world, human beings, human race, it becomes stronger. And we come out even stronger and make the world a better place to live in. And that is what is going to happen. We must have this hope in our heart. We must be very, very positive about everything. You were so right when you mentioned that there are so many good values and virtues that we need to add to our lives. You mentioned that there has to be stronger collaboration, because we have all realized whatever is happening to us today, it is not happening only to us. It is happening to everybody around the world. And if we want to come out of this situation, we have to be together. Okay? Then only will we be able to come out of this situation, of this real grim situation that we are in. We have to be aware. We have to protect ourselves. And the most important is that we remain healthy. We remain aware of what we should do, what we should not do. And the very big word that I would like to remind you people is caution. Okay? Be very, very cautious of all that you do. Be very, very cautious whenever you move out. because caution is something which is really going to be able to help us stay safe. And children, you are really very, very valuable, each one of us. So your life is extremely valuable. So take care of your health, take care of your surroundings, take care of your parents. Okay? So I just have this thing to say one more time. My heartiest congratulations to all the teachers and all the students. My gratitude to all the parents who are with the children right now in these days, in these very difficult times. I think we shouldn't call them difficult, we should call them different times. Okay? Because we are going through a different set of times. So during these different times, we have to react differently also. So in that different reaction, it is important that we be cautious, right? So in these different and difficult times, let us be very, very careful and look after our surroundings, look after everybody around us. God bless each one of you. Stay the wonderful children that you are. Stay strong and remain very, very healthy. And you know what? We are really, really missing you in the school. You know, children, we do go to the school because we have something or the other to do in the school. But the school without you is no school. Okay, children? So we are really missing you. And the only way in which we can get you back to the school is if everybody in our city looks after themselves and ensures that COVID-19 doesn't spread out at all. So give out messages to everybody in whatever possible way you can and make sure that all of us stay strong, stay healthy, and we are all able to go back to the school. God bless you. And thank you so much for making me a part of this beautiful show. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for believing in us, having faith in us, and inspiring us on every step.
We have our respected Jyoti Kashyap, ma'am. I think it'll be really nice if we get to hear something from ma'am.
Yes, right, ma'am. Ma'am Jyoti Kashyap, can we have your blessings?
Well, I think I'm short of words, Abha ma'am. These children were so wonderful. They were really, really amazing. And I really don't know how such small children can speak in this manner, can research in this manner. Because at times, I'm sure if you talk to a class 10 or a class 12 child, will also know that much which these little children know. So I would really like to congratulate each one of you for your effort, for your research work, for your execution, for your delivery, and also the way you spoke. It is commendable. I just can't believe that such small children can speak so very well with so much of conviction. Really, children, whatever you said just now, it was an eye-opener. The way you said it, I think all of us are getting goosebumps. And I'm really, really very, very thankful to Abha ma'am for inviting us on this platform, because had we not been here, we would not have known that why this wonderful branch everybody is talking about is at its peak every time, because you really are wonderful children, wonderful teachers, and a wonderful team of CMS Gomtinagar. So congratulations and hats off for whatever you do, whenever you do, you're always and always outstanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really so
Thank
very
you so much,
inspiring.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
We are so grateful to you for those very kind words. Yes,
Thank
and
you
we'll
so much,
definitely
ma'am.
ensure that we live up to the expectations that everybody has from us. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes.
Over to you,
Sapana.
Palak.
Ma'am, the vote of thanks by Sai.
Hi. Yes, Sai.
Thank you, all delegates and moderators, for being here today and sharing your views. Your depth of understanding and ability to present the subject made this World Parliament June 2020 a great success. It is a great pleasure and honor to express our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guests, Dr. Bharati Gandhi ma'am, who graced us with their presence and guidance. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us your words of wisdom. We have been fortunate to be assisted by our headmistress, Mrs. Sabha ma'am, you have been a constant support and given us a lot of encouragement. I thank Mrs. Vaishali Bhattwaj ma'am and my teachers who always guided and supported us. I once again thank everyone for making this World Parliament June 2020 a great success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sai. That was such a wonderful thank you note. And as a CMS representative, also, she had actually collected a lot of data there when she spoke about CMS as an active member in helping the government fight this epidemic. Now we've come to the end of today's program. Let me begin by formally thanking our founder manager, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, in absentia. He couldn't be here, and we are so sorry that we missed him. Our beloved founder director, Dr. Mrs. Bharti Gandhi, Ma'am Sushmita Basu, who was here for some time, principals and staff members of other CMS branches for gracing the occasion. A very big thank you to our principal, Ma'am Abha Anand, for her continuous guidance in giving shape to this program. Ma'am, your keen sense of detail and brilliance motivates us to ensure that each one of us works to the best of our capabilities. Thank you, parents of our dear children, those who joined us this evening, for your trust, support, and cooperation. Your presence actually is a big motivation to us. Thank you, Rashmi Asthana ma'am, Ma'am Poonam Kausar, for giving shape to this World Parliament and taking care of the minutest details. Ma'am, let me add over here that it was Mrs. Rashmi Asthana's idea to conduct this World Parliament.
Very right.
Thank you, Vaishali ma'am, for your guidance.
Very right.
Thank you to the students and teachers.
Very right, ma'am. Very right.
And ensuring that everything is well prepared. Lastly, but most importantly, thank you, my most efficient students, especially the three moderators, Palak, Anushka, and Manavya, and all the other delegates who represented different countries. You understood what we actually wanted and you wrote your script accordingly. That is the best. Okay? Thank you so much, children, for giving us such a wonderful time. Beyond words to describe how beautiful you all perform. Thank you so much.
Ma'am.
Thank you once again, everybody. That was